One of the things that stands out here, and I've been able to work with different markets, is in the States, it is definitely something where relationships matter and you do have to kind of go through the front door. There are so many small business owners, I'll start with them as an example, that their business thrives on referrals, not paid campaigns, not any of the rest of that. It's because they know the right people and they have the experience that you had where because they focused on the customer experience, they made sure that whenever someone had that great experience, people remember two things. They remember the people that gave them a great experience, and they remember the people that gave them a bad experience. If you're on the right side of that line, when something good happens, people go, you know what? That made me think of something else great that happened. It's almost like hearing a song that brings back great memories. And you're like, you know what? I just want to reach out to them just to find out how things are going. And
Yeah.
you will have projects that pop up, and somebody's like, I know you would be the best person for it. They'll hear someone else say something, and they're like, this isn't even on your radar. But if you're going to throw an event, you know what also makes a big difference? Having some greenery, having something there that livens things up instead of having that warehouse where you're going to have something set up and it's just it's going to breathe life into it. How long are people going to be there? If it's something where they're passing through, maybe they may not notice. But if they're going to spend any kind of time there, that's a great thing to be able to have.
Absolutely.
You're getting that experience from people to be able to share it and have those brand champions who beforehand may not have said, you know what, I don't know how important it is. I just know it's something I'm supposed to have. But once they have it and they see the difference, that is something that I think makes a huge difference in people's lives. And then it's also being able to talk about the process. So I think one of the things that separates you from some other people is your ability to be able to read the process. You're able to identify within the process, okay, these are things that have to happen. And once you're able to identify those, then you start to say, okay, well, I know they have to happen. Is how much time do I have to devote to it versus how much time, how many people can I bring in to make sure that I don't have to spend that time with it?
Yeah.
And that is something where there are so many people that talk about they want to have a work-life balance. In order to be able to get that, you have to figure out all the things that you don't know that you need to know so that you can start to find the right people to be able to make sure that they're all pulling in the right direction. There's a push and pull that happens with outsourcing where if you've got things siloed and each person is doing their own thing, you can't guarantee that this person doing SEO and this person doing paid ads and this person working on your brand messaging or what have you are all pushing towards the same direction. If you don't know to be able to say, it's great what you're doing, but I have these two people saying this and you're saying this. They're pushing in the right direction and you're pulling people in a direction that when I go to get on the call with someone, asking me about things that I don't really specialize in or I don't want to be able to do. And now I know enough to be able to know you're the one that's making it happen. So I wanted to stop with that to say that is really valuable with what you shared, but it comes from
Thank you.
being a serial entrepreneur, someone that's managed multiple businesses to be able to identify it and be so comfortable with it that you can be blasé. It is something that is known, but it's only really known to that level by people that have been through it. For the people that are just discovering it, that is an aha moment that you just shared. And I wanted to pause, make sure that people know to, if you didn't catch it the first time, go back and listen. Because what you shared is here's how you can figure out how not to burn through money unnecessarily. Here's how you can make sure that you're always making progress. And here's how you went about doing it and making sure that you didn't compromise the customer experience in the process.
Yeah. And I think also, Sean, part of getting to, my age and being an entrepreneur for as long as I've been an entrepreneur is you eventually do get to a point. Well, maybe everyone doesn't, but I've certainly got to the point where you realize that I'm going to make a whole bunch of mistakes. I know a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff. I don't know nearly enough about anything. And as an entrepreneur, I'm probably not going to be the absolute specialist. There are people that know more about everything that I do than I do.
Mhm.
Making sure that I'm just continually trying to course correct,
Yeah.
continue trying to know what I'm trying to get to, give us the idea of where we're trying to get to, and then course correct along the way.
Mm.
And look for the people that aren't telling the truth and find the people that are doing a great job and keep them doing more of that and change that as quickly as you can. Cut it off cut it off as quick as you can, because when you're going to make mistakes, and the less money you throw down the mistake hole
Mhm.
leaves more money over to throw into the right holes and keep spending in the right places. And just know that it's not easy, and it's not, and as much as it feels like it should be a science, I don't think it's a science. I think you solving new and creative problems every day, and that's a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
it's been a fun ride, and we've learned a lot, and you keep learning. And I mean, I love the amount of learning that's going on at the moment, like
Yeah.
the whole AI stuff, and man, it's super exciting and it's daunting and all of those things.